folks, this is Mark at Titus. Today we're in a dyno cell, and what we're going to do is go through the setups, the three main setups that we go through on firing up an engine from the beginning. The main three systems are oil, fuel, and spark. So if the engine is computer controlled, such as this is controlled by an MSD grid, the spark needs to be set up correctly so that the engine is actually seeing what you think you're getting on your computer. The oil system has to be piped out correctly, and the fuel system needs to be set up correctly as well for a boosted engine, especially because you need fuel compensation according to boost. But let's start out first with the oil system. That's the simplest to get through, and we just want to make sure that things are piped out correctly when the engine gets installed. So let's get down here to the oil filter, and this engine, we're going to run an external oil cooler on it. We don't have it piped in right now. The external oil cooler will just go in series of the remote adapter. And we're putting a remote filter adapter on this engine and a remote oil filter to run the cooler, because this engine has a very small oil pan to fit the chassis. And with a very small oil pan, it doesn't have a lot of capacity, so the oil gets very hot very quickly. And with an engine making a lot of power with boosted performance, it's going to heat and degrade the oil very quickly. So we're adding extra capacity through the oil cooler, but we're also adding the ability to cool the oil so that the oil doesn't get degraded. But what we're going to do right now is just look at the way that this is plumbed in. We use a billet adapter for the block adapter, and we use a billet adapter for the filter adapter. And we do use the billet pieces because we have seen the cast pieces that are out on the market actually blow off the block because the internals actually split on the threads, and the pressure just pushes it off. So the important part of putting in a system like this is that it's plumbed correctly. So the oil filter adapter, let's first off get to the way the oil flows. So when you have a normal filter just on the engine, the oil enters the filter through these little holes and exits the filter back into the engine. So this is the entry point, this is the exit point of the filter. It enters here, it exits back into the engine through the middle. Now you can see there's a little flap over top of these holes. If you try to push the oil into the filter the wrong way, these are a check valve, which keeps the oil from draining down when the engine is off. So if you plumb this system the wrong way, you won't have any oil pressure because you're going to try to flow the oil the wrong way against these check valves. So the important part is, as you can see, our filter is labeled in here. So we want to have the out side of the filter adapter. This is going to be out of the filter adapter, is going to come and go to the inside of that was the block adapter. It's going to go to the inlet side of the filter adapter. It's going to come out of the filter adapter and then back into the engine. So when it goes back into the engine, it will be coming back through the center hole. So this is the outer connected to the center hole and the outer hole. So when you get the flow coming through, everything flows correctly. So it's going to be out of the engine, into the filter, out of the filter, and back into the engine. If you pipe this in correctly and pipe it out to out and in to in, you will have zero oil pressure and killed bearings within a few minutes.